and we're in manual mode. Good. That's great work. We need to act fast because warning lamps will be lighting up all over. Now that we've disabled the automatic mode, you need to patch me directly into the engine's controls. Do you see the panel on the, I think the far wall behind you? Those are the pipes that connect to my location, to the knobs on my console. You must switch that panel's redirector at the same time you switch the signal repeater on the main console.
Switch what with what? At the same time? That panel's on the other side of the chamber.
This operation usually requires 2 people.
Fadaus, I'm on my own here, you know that.
Yeah, right, sure. It's still the only way to make this work, so,
I'll figure something out. Hold on. Bird, we have a problem.
Naturally. And since you're including me, Crow, in this conversation, what is it you need me to do for you?
Fadaus needs access to the engine in order to reprogram it.
Furidaus? Reprogram? Those words sound like gobbledygook to me.
Just listen. Fadaus, will Crow be able to switch on the redirector?
Crow? What Crow?
Oh, it's that adorable bird who's friends with Zoe. Hey, Kian, are you with Crow? How did that happen?
Crow is a large and reasonably intelligent magical fowl, capable of following basic directions. Can he turn the switch?
Reasonably intelligent?
I don't see why not. It's just a switch.
Reasonably?
Good. So, Crow, that panel on the other side of the room, there's a switch. Fadaus, what does the switch look like?
Reasonably? Really?
It's big and it's painted green. It should be easy to find, even for a bird.
Even for a... Oh, just wait till I get my beak on you, fella. All right. Point me in the right direction and I'll flip your switch. Even a bird of reasonable intelligence should be able to pull that one off.
These are all part of the engine, connected via pipes. These are all part of... Good. So, you'll need to go... there. See that panel? Look for a green switch. Wait for my signal. Then flip it.
Gotcha. Wait, what kind of signal?
A signal, I don't know. A wave.
What if you have to wave for some other reason? It could get confusing. Fine. Arm waving. I'll keep my eyes open for flapping arms. Wait! Did you actually call me Crow before? Not Bird, but Crow?
I have no memory of that.
You did. You love me. I'll do anything for you, Kian. Anything you want. I can't believe you called me Crow.
Just do this, Bird. Crow.
There it is again. Consider it done, Kian. Partner. Best friend.
Crow's on his way to the other panel. What do I do on my end?
So, let's see. There should be 3 panels where you're standing. And further right, another set of 3 panels. See the big lever on the first panel? That's the one you need to pull. There's only one. You can't miss it. Probably. Pull the lever and hold it down while the talking bird flips the switch on the other panel. Don't let go until I tell you to.
Understood.
Goddess! Kian? Kian! What are you...
Tana? Mother?
Light! Why are you here, Kian? How did you... I'm relieved to see you. Where's Zami? Is he here?
He's confronting Vamon's men. together with the Resistance. Mother, we've seen the camps. We know what's been happening on Guyenne.
I know. We need to talk urgently, but not here. We must leave now before...
Wait. What are you doing here?
I've kept my eye on this engine, trying to learn what it can do. Kian, I need to tell you something important, and we don't have much...
Okay, remind me again about that sign you're supposed to give me, Kian. Was it one arm above your head, or... Oh, hello? Wait, what? You two actually know each other?
Crow. What?
Does everyone know each other? How many people are there in the world? 5? I guess I should be used to this by now. I've been around you guys long enough, nothing should surprise me. So, Mother, how's the Office of Scientific Research going? You just let me know when you need another message delivered. I'm your bird.
The Office of Scientific... You work for the Office of Scientific Research?
Oh, Kian.
Works? Mother Utana runs the Office of Scientific Research. I know this because I've been a messenger bird for the Mother both in Sadir and here in Marcuria. She's the top dog, numero uno. No one above. She is the Office of Scientific Research.
I was going to tell you, Kian. Just... not like this. Not now. I guess it can't be helped.
You knew about the camps? About the magicals? About what Sister Alessandra was doing? How long? How long have you known? Wait. Are you behind all of this?
I don't know what to say, except... I am truly sorry. Shh. Just lie down. I'm sorry. Hold still. Don't die on me. You left me no choice.
What did you do? Did you just stab him? Why? That's...
What happened here? Who's that?
An inconvenience. I took care of it.
For your sake, I hope you're right. What's the matter with you?
That goon, he sucker punched me.
And now you're back on your feet, so get to... What's the bird doing here?
You? Aren't you? No, don't!
We can't afford any more distractions. The dreams are restless. The engine is ready. It is time.
They're on some kind of lockdown. I'm guessing because of me. Jiva. That sounds familiar. Wait. Helena Chang's company. My mother. What do they do in this lab? Bioengineering, definitely, but what exactly? What do they do in this lab? Bioengineering, definitely, but what exactly? Incubation. Helena started Jiva together with my dad. So that's where I am. Inside Jiva, in Mumbai. Heavy duty. They could easily lock down this entire place. Jiva. That sounds familiar. Wait. Helena Chang's company. My mother. One 9. Faith. Faith. As in my half-sister, Faith. 1-9. Faith. Faith. As in 1-5. Faith. As in my half-sister, Faith. 1-5. Hope. 1-5. Hope. 1-3. Hannah. 1-3. Hannah. One. Zoe. Jesus. What does this mean? Was that my incubation pod? Where am I? Underground? And what are those blue lines? What are those things? They're scanning molecular structures, people, brains. They're scanning molecular structures, people. It's a notepad. There's a message it's from Helena Chang, my mother. Something about, this is about me. Some sort of physical status report. They've been monitoring me in that room for months. What's been happening here? There's a message it's from Helena Chang. It's a notepad. This is about me. Some sort of physical status report. They've been monitoring me in that room for months. What's been happening here?
Team 7 proceeding towards sequencing. Affirmative Central will find prior roles.
Sequencing. Shit. I'm trapped.
We have a runner exiting bioengineering. This is not Briar Rose. Shoot to kill.
Target's down. Repeat, the target's dead.
Affirmative. Head back to bioengineering. There may be witnesses. Take care of them.
Affirmative, Watty Central.
Sequencing. Poor guy. I hate to do this, but I need this more than you. I'm sorry.
Bioengineering is clear. Repeat, we're clear. No survivors and no prior rows. Resuming patrol towards sequencing central.
They're all dead. Jesus, this is horrible.
Central, I have... Virus is running. Zone 3. All eyes on Zone 3.
At least I know which direction I'm supposed to be heading. Upwards. Where am I? Underground? And what are those blue lines?
Hey, stop right there.
Dad?
Zoe, don't...
Stop! Don't move or I shoot! We got her. She's in the core. I repeat, target is in the core. Stay there. Everyone stay exactly where you are.
Hello, Zoe.
Lady, I told you.
Mum. Helena. Dad, what's going on? What is this place?
You need to get out of here, now.
Everyone, stop talking!
The new age. Goddess, protect me. I pray I'm doing right by you. We cannot let outsiders dictate the future of our empire. The Prophet is a tool, and so is this engine. Your light is eternal, Goddess. Under my watch, it will reach the darkest corners of the world and beyond.
Behold, the mechanical revolution, an end to magic, the dawn of enlightenment. Witness the engine and its awesome powers.
Keon, please respond.
I don't think he can hear you, Anna. If he's hurt, we'll need a new plan.
Shit. We can't even get out of here with those soldiers trying to break in.
Yeah. About that. Is it just me, or is it,
Quiet? The soldiers must have left. Something's going on.
Something bad if they've abandoned their posts.
We need to move. Now, if we can't get through to Kian, or if he's dead, we need to get into the tower ourselves.
But how?
If the Azadi really have abandoned their posts? Through the front door.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
I'm sure it will be. Let's go.
Wait! Okay, you two head for the tower. I'm going to find the others. If the Azadi are running scared, we have an opportunity to strike back.
All right. Stay safe, Enu.
You too. I hope Kian's okay. I'm sure he's okay. Kian's always okay, right?
there you are.
Mum? What? Where's Dad?
You must have a lot of questions.
Hey, why am I locked up in here? Let me out!
I can't do that, but I promise I'll explain. Just try to relax.
Please, Is that... Dad? Dad! Dad, what's happening? Let me out!
He can't. Not yet.
What did you do?
I had to subdue him. There's so much at stake, I can't afford anyone getting overly emotional.
Even though Helena's my mother, she clearly has little empathy for me. Pleading may be pointless, but maybe she'll respond to anger. Whatever she's done to me, she is my biological mother. That must mean something to her. Open this up right now. Let me go. Let me out, or I swear I'll...
Calm down. Getting upset won't help you or your father. After we're done, you can leave. You and Gabrielle. That was the deal.
Done with what?
The culmination of 30 years of research. My life's work. Rebooting the world.
What?
I will explain, and hopefully you'll understand. But first, I do need you to calm down and be rational. Nothing good will come from panicking.
She's right. There's no point fighting this. Not yet.
That's better. Deep breath, Zoe. Now listen to me. For the past year and a half, you've been in a coma inside Jiva's labs in Mumbai. You've been dreaming.
No, that's not possible.
Hold on, I'm not saying it's all been a dream. Everything you've experienced has been real. That's what's so amazing and exciting, Zoe. While you were dreaming, you projected a physical binary of yourself into the waking world. Think of it like entangled particles, one copy here in my lab and one in Europolis. You dreamed yourself a new life in Propast, and it came to be as real as anything.
But why?
2 reasons. Misdirection, to keep Wadi Corp off our backs, and more importantly, to trigger your memories and activate your latent powers. We needed you to return to that parallel otherworld, to find and absorb a primal source of dreaming energy, to fulfill your potential.
Lux, are you there?
You have a unique skill. You must have realized this by now. You can reshape reality.
I'm a dreamer.
There have always been stories of those born with the power to change the world, but I couldn't wait around for that to happen, so your father and I made you.
How's Gabrielle involved? What did he do? They were married. Of course they made me. What does she mean? What do you mean by made?
You were the first experiment, our first creation. We designed you, the first manufactured dreamer. You were born in this lab. There were other experiments, half-sisters. Faith, of course, the final girl. She was a mistake. And you met Hannah not so long ago. She was the second experiment, after you. You were drawn to each other, and she was drawn here. To Aingana, to the dreams. I know she's in Mumbai, but she's not strong enough to affect anything. She poses no threat. None of them worked out, not the way we intended. And I didn't think you would either. So I let your father take you away when you were a toddler. He cared so much about you, he was willing to give up everything, his life, his career. Me? How could I say no? It wasn't until you connected to a dream machine that I realized your powers were there, only latent. That's why I put you in a coma and brought you back here. I did it to protect you. If I hadn't, Wadi would have taken you. Your father had no choice but to come along. He did what he had to do to keep you safe. We both did. We saved your life, Zoe. And we made a deal. Gabrielle would help me finish what we'd begun. We'd be partners again, and then afterwards, he could take you home. I'd leave you alone. The deal still stands. once we finish changing the world.
Did she just say what I think she said? Changing what?
Changing everything. For the better. I need you to understand this. We're going to remake the world. You and I.
How?
I don't have time to go into details, but there's a place we go when we dream.
Story time.
Different cultures have different names for it. The Aranda people of Australia call it dream time. Think of it as the initial state of all matter and energy in every possible universe. The blueprint. All realities originated in this initial state, and they remain entangled, evolving, one universe affecting another. Wave energies are fueled by dreams. Particles in our world are entangled with particles in Arcadia because they were created together in story time. Eingana has the power to change the wave field, and thus the observable universe through dreams.
How does Arcadia fit into the puzzle? If that wasn't a dream, then what is it? And Arcadia?
One of many worlds spawned from dreams. A world of... I'm a scientist. I don't understand magic. It's chaotic, complex, and unpredictable. Magic is dangerous, and it has no place in a rational universe. But we needed it. We had to bridge the divide in order to store these vast quantities of dream energy. We put things in motion to return you to Arcadia, but you did most of the work yourself. Of course, we had help on the other side, a partner, but he didn't... You did it on your own, Zoe. You were compelled to connect with the primal force that inhabited the initial state before this universe. That was only possible by crossing the divide. Something called you there. Some force guided you. I don't know how to quantify it or explain it. But you succeeded. You absorbed the energy, and it didn't kill you. You got stronger. Strong enough to wake up and break out sooner than anticipated, but the timing ended up being perfect. You've reached your full potential. You're finally ready to interface with Eingana.
What about my friends in Propast? What about Reza? Were they just dreams? If I dreamed myself into Europolis, what about Reza? My friends? Were they...
Dreams? No, you don't understand. They're real. All of it was real, Zoe. You were there in Propast, a physical projection walking amongst real people. A three-dimensional copy made flesh using the power of dreams. And they never realized. Well, at least most of them didn't. I sent someone to protect you in case anything went wrong. It's a good thing I did, too. Things spun out of control. Falk Friedman saved your life. As for Reza, it's more complicated. He's been an unwitting agent of Wati. His reckless investigations caught their attention. They needed to manipulate the press, and they wanted to keep an eye on you. He was an easy tool, so they brainwashed him. We'll fix Reza, I promise.
Wati, the dream machine. They must somehow be connected to Helena and Jiva. So what's Wati Corp's role in this?
Wati funded us, funded the development of the dream machine. We needed to collect and store dream energy. The dream machine facilitated that. They thought we were working for them, not the other way around. Wati just wanted brainwashed consumers. They wanted to sell their silly toy to billions and rule over a virtual world. They have no imagination.
She's mentioned Eingana several times now. It sounds important. And familiar. Eingana.
Meet Eingana. It took me decades to design and build her. She spans dimensions, taps into the dream energies. She's quite the thing. But she's actually not the first. Wati had the prototype. They used her to operate the beta version of DreamNet. After she was destroyed, we built Eingana 2. She operates the version of DreamNet currently processing and recording the dreams of hundreds of millions of Dream Machine users. And now, we're reversing the process. With you as the conduit, connecting quantum fields, connecting dreamtime with reality, Eingana will begin to alter our observable universe. Don't look so worried, Zoe. You won't need to do anything. She knows what to do. I've programmed her, and my template will guide her. Together, you'll make a better world. A world without sickness or death. A world without superstition, intolerance. A world where everyone's equal, where justice and compassion will prevail. A world not ruled by corporations or religions, but by science and logic, by rational thought. A better world.
She's waiting for me to respond. I think she needs me to understand. If I don't say anything, I need to stall for time. Keep her talking until I can figure out a way to open this pod. How will you accomplish all of this?
I know you have more questions, but we need to get started before those goons break down the doors and ruin everything.
Helena, wait.
Here we go.
Crow? Crow, is that you?
I think so. I'm supposed to show you something.
What? Why? What are you doing here? And where is here?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a bit... I don't feel right. I'm not sure what happened, and I'm not sure I'm all here, if that makes sense.
No.
No. Yeah, no. I can see how that makes no sense.
What are you supposed to show me?
Oh, I almost forgot. So the ghost in the machine told me to do this thing. This one last thing. The ghost said that this has been my destiny all along. I don't expect you'll know what I'm talking about.
Crow, I don't even know where this is. A minute ago, I was inside a pod in a lab, and now...
We're inside the quantum weave that makes all the stories. This is reality's blueprint. How did I know that? What does quantum mean? What's a blueprint?
Well, that explains everything.
That was sarcasm. I detect sarcasm.
This ghost in the machine, who was it?
No idea. I remember nothing before meeting you here, aside from a ghost telling me to show you what I'm about to show you. And I don't even know what that is.
Show me what? There's nothing here.
Let's go find it. Does this look at all familiar to you?
It looks like a monastery.
There you go. Maybe that's it.
That doesn't really help. Hey, that looks like a diary. Mountains. Crystal clear blue skies. Where are we? Mountains. Crystal clear blue skies. It's a handwritten letter.
I am at the crossroads between waking and dream. One path leads back to the world I left behind. The other path leads to a place of shadows. Between the familiar and the unknown, between certainty and doubt, my choice would seem obvious. Any sane man would turn around, return to the world he knows, forget what he has learned, and live his life in blissful ignorance. But in truth, it is too late. My choice was made many years ago, when I first embarked on this journey. I cannot turn back. I am at a crossroads. But for me, there is only one path. I leave behind these words in the hope that someday they will serve as a map for someone else. To whomever reads this, Godspeed on your journey. If you ever decide to follow in my footsteps, look me up. Brian Westhouse.
Brian Westhouse? Our Westhouse?
The plot thickens.
Thickens or just getting more muddled? I don't know what this is supposed to tell us.
That Westhouse is involved?
There's that, I guess.
Come on, there's more.
We're ready, traveler. Your journey is about to begin.
I've seen stuff like that in films, but never in real life. This looks like a Buddhist temple.
The ritual is ready. Step onto the dais, traveler.
Okay, so what just happened?
Portals. They're all over the place. Let's follow him.
Through the... Wait! This is the story time.
You know this place?
I remember. I was here. For a long time. It's the place between. I didn't want to wake up and they needed me. The people who were dreaming. They were sick. I tried to help them.
Uh-huh. Interesting. But we need to see what's going on. I'm supposed to show you this.
What are you doing here? You cannot be here. It will find you.
I don't... Where am I? What is this place?
How did you get here? Go back the way you came, quickly. You cannot stay.
I don't know how to go.
It is here. What have you done? What have you done?
What do you mean? What?
The undreaming.
God. What is that? No. No. No.
What is that terrifying thing?
That's the undreaming. I know it is. I feel it.
Well, that's going to give me nightmares for a long, long time.
The undreaming entered Westhouse.
It sure did.
Was he looking for it? Is that why he came here? Or was it an accident?
I guess that's what you're supposed to figure out. Come on, we have more places to visit.
Home sweet home. The house feels strangely quiet. It must be, what, a year since I last visited? And who knows how long it's been for the house. Could be a day, could be decades. Balance. I need to get moving. There's not much time until the songlines align. Let's see. Elixir, a good rope, a spatula. Chop chop saga. I put away most of their stuff when Papa left. What's the point in keeping things around? It's not like they're ever coming back. I'll move those out of here, someday. I'm not sure what to do with the place. It's not like I can put it on the open market. Transdimensional domicile for sale, fully furnished. Beware, temporal shifts and transdimensional tears. I don't think I'm ever moving back. Maybe in my twilight years? No. There are better places, warmer places. I'm not sure what to do with the place. It's not like I can put it on. Oh, I was a handful back then. It's a miracle Papa didn't lock me in my room. Not that it would have done much good. Paths and portals everywhere. I miss it sometimes, but only sometimes. I barely remember her. And I barely think about her anymore. It was time to let go. Mama was beautiful. I guess I got my looks from Papa. I devoured those books when I was younger. It was all I had of the outside world. My books, and Uncle Galeth. But he was careful not to say too much. He knew I was too curious. I think I know most of them by heart still. I didn't have a lot of choices back then. I don't know if I like it. Where is that supposed to be again? It makes me a bit anxious to look at it, like poking a wound that hasn't quite healed. I don't know if I like it. I got pretty good, to be honest, and it comes in handy. There's not that many people who can create songlines. Papa's guitar. Mine now, I guess. I still don't like to go into the downstairs. It's not anchored in the same way. There are rifts, ether vapors, not to mention, void beetles. I still don't like to go into the downstairs. I thought Papa got rid of Hugsy. Did he find his way back? It wouldn't surprise me. Both creepy and comforting. Comfeepy. Crumforting. That's Hugsy for you. Too many memories. Was I happy here? I was basically a prisoner, but I guess I didn't know any better. Just stuff. None of this means anything. We're not defined by things. All those years wanting to walk out that door, pass through the turnstiles, and never come back. Papa tried all the wards he could think of, but it made no difference. I was too strong-headed. It's been so quiet up here since Papa left. It's been so quiet up here. There's nothing I need in there. Rope check. I put away most of their stuff when Papa left. What's the point in keeping things around? It's not like they're ever coming back. I don't think I'm ever moving back. Maybe in my twilight years? I barely remember her. And I barely think about her anymore. It was time to let go. I devoured those books when I was younger. It was all I had of the outside world. My book, I remember something about being chastised. The house was holy. I was not allowed to harm it. I made those in another life. Before Papa left, I don't think the fire ever went out. He wouldn't let it. He said it was the beating heart of the house. Does that mean the house is dead or just dormant? I can sense it still, beneath the boards and behind the walls. It's hibernating. They were happy here, for a brief time. And then... attachments are risky. Especially when you live like we did, adrift between worlds. You just have to accept the risk. Mama and Papa, in better days. I'm not sure I like that reminder. She haunted us for so long, and her ghost took Papa away from me. It was Mama's, but there's nothing of her left here now, just things. I'm not a writer. I can play, I can paint, but I didn't inherit her talents. I'm not a writer. I can play, I can paint, but I didn't inherit her talents. Mama was beautiful. My destiny begins right here. The song lines are not yet aligned, and I need to get everything together before then. Papa was so worried about the cracks reopening, he checked the wall every day for decades. When was the last time I listened to that? I must have been, 16 or 17? I was able to tune into the weirdest stuff from all over the multiverse. The radio of all channels, currently out of commission. It stopped working years ago, and I don't know anyone who can repair that. Spatula? Check. I'm out of the elixir. Okay, I knew that. No worries, Saga, this is all part of the plan. I'm fairly certain the recipe's in the compendium. There should be enough time to prepare a bottle. Prophecies can't be wrong, can they? No. Right? Ready for elixir making. Ready for elixir making. The Hidden World of the Herbal Alchemist, a compendium of curious cordials, Volume 1. The sequels were garbage. I picked this up in medieval Europe during a rare temporal hiccup. 5 days in 15th century Holland? Never again. The greatest inventions of our time are deodorant and detergent. Also toilet paper. There should be a recipe in here somewhere. Let's see. Elixir of extraordinary extra-human strength, elixir of multiple consecutive climaxes, elixir of selective remembrance. There. Elixir of delayed onset of mortality. That's the one. Keep ticking after you've taken a licking. Page 108. Dried blood bog blossoms, leaf of void oak, boiled in strong liquor. Those things should be easy enough to find around here. I need dried blood bog blossoms, leaf of void oak, alcohol. Isn't the house supposed to take care of all living things inside it? I didn't know I had to water the flowers. Oh, but wait, maybe... Dried blood bog blossoms. Check. Jade green baijiu. High-grade stuff, too. I'd almost forgotten about this little bottle of liquor. This should be more than good enough. I'm not sure what to do with I barely remember her. And I barely think about her anymore. It was time to let go. Like sex in a bottle, with no emotional mess to clean up afterwards. Only wine stains. Best wine I ever had. There were no grapes in that world, but the berries they used, absolutely sublime. Shepherd's heart. A powerful herb, but not what I need today. Shepherd's heart. A powerful... If I was making a broth to cure path sickness, sure. Delaying death? Not so useful. If I was making a broth to cure path sickness, sure. Delaying death? Not so useful. Great wine, but not enough alcohol for my purposes. Also, boiling this would be sacrilege. What a mess. But there should be void oak leaves here. Leaf of void oak. Nice and dry. I think that's it. That wasn't too bad. And there's still time on the clock. Time to boil up some elixir. Bring the alcohol to a boil, okay. Mix in the fine dust of dry crumpled leaf. Add whole blossoms. And bring the mixture back to a boil. Easy as alchemy, which is so much easier than science. Ready for elixir making. That's the alcohol heating nicely. Nice. Bit of a waste, but it's for a good cause. Dried leaf, crumpled to a fine dust. And whole blossoms. Perfect. Now it just needs to boil again. How do I know when this is done? Will there be a... Definitely a poof. Looks the right color, and it's already cooled down. I love alchemy. So much easier than chemistry. Laws of science need not apply. Rope, spatula, elixir. Check, check, and check. I think that's everything. With only minutes to spare, you'd almost think the stars are aligning on purpose. Except no stars, paths. Time to go knock down a wall. This should do the trick. You know that feeling when paths don't line up with where you want to go? That feeling. In all fairness, when these songlines were first sung, I don't think these walls were here. Or these metal gears. No worries, I come prepared, because prophecies. I do love their style. There's a gap, and I can feel a draft. This is it, the way out. I'll need to stop those gears from moving before I can squeeze through. Not what I'm looking for. This is it. I just need to switch it off. Luckily, I came prepared. There's a gap, and I can feel a draft. This is it, the way out. The humble spatula, queen of kitchen utensils. Second one from Perfect Fit. The spatula really is the queen of kitchen utensils. I feel like I'm playing life on cheat mode.